Hello everyone and welcome to a new tutorial on Moodle LMS. And in this tutorial I will show you how to add a new course in a Moodle LMS. So Moodle courses in general, are the heart and soul of every LMS. So it's the same with Moodle LMS. So courses are the spaces on Moodle where teachers can add learning materials and activities for the students. Courses are organized in categories, subcategories, and can contain different activities and resources. In order to create courses in Moodle, you need to have either admin, course creator, or manager role or privileges. Teacher role can edit the content and organize the activities within the course itself, but the admins, course creators, and managers can't create courses in Moodle LMS. So there are a few things that you can do with Moodle courses. You can add a new course, you can upload the courses, for example, if you have a already or existing course that was being used in another LMS or another Moodle instance. You can restore a backup of a Moodle course. You can import, for example, a complete course in SCORM format. You can delete the course, reset the course, and many more. So let's dive into it. Before you can do anything in your Moodle LMS site, you need to log in first. And don't worry if your Moodle theme looks a bit different than this one. In this tutorial, I'm using the Moodle LMS 4.0 version with the Udemy Premium theme. I promise this is no marketing, or I'm not affiliated with them. I just find this theme really flexible and really good. And yeah, just click on login, enter your credentials, and go to your Moodle homepage. If you are admin or manager, you need to locate the site administration link. Usually it's somewhere on the right or the left side of Moodle homepage, and then click on Site Administration. In the Site Administration area, click on Courses link, and from there you can directly go and click Add a new course, or you can click on the Manage Courses and Categories section. In the course category section, if you have already created your course categories, you can select the category in which you want to add your course and click on the right side, Create a new course. Now, in this Create a new course area, we need to fill the details and fill the information about the course, for example, like course full name, we can use a short name, which will be usually a course short name is used for the breadcrumbs. Now we can select the category in which we want to create our course in. If your course is being prepared, so it's not ready to be visible or shown to the students, you can, for example, hide the course until you are ready to show the course, until you upload all of the resources, you import lessons, create quizzes, add assignments, and so on. In this case, only admin and teachers will be able to see the course. But since this is a test site, it doesn't matter. We can configure the course start date and the course end date. For example, if you have courses that have a certain time frame in which they are available, for example, courses that are only running in February, you can configure the course, for example, to start in February and to end in March, for example, 2023 in our case. In this case, the courses will be only available for 1 month. And if you don't have a end date for this course, you can just click to disable the end date, and this course will be permanently available or until you disable, hide it or delete it. You can add a course ID number. For example, you can add 102, 103. Maybe you have an internal numbers for each course that you create. In this description course summary area, you can add a short description about the Moodle course that you are creating. For example, short description, and you can find any image you want and upload it in this area. Next setting is the course format. You can use different formats for a Moodle course. That can be a single activity format, social format, topics format, or weekly format. Topics format is the most common, and I always recommend using topics. If you have courses with a sort of schedule that need to be planned week by week, I would recommend using the weekly format, since in that case the weeks will be structured basically to successively week by week. The section in the course will be structured by week. In this case, I will use the weekly format just to show you how it looks, and then you can select as many, not as many, but up to 52 weeks for your course. I will select 7, and you can, for example, hide section in the course, and you can select between hidden sections are shown as not available or hidden sections are completely invisible. And you can change a course layout, for example, to show all sections on one page or to show one section per page. It's really up to you what you prefer, but both of these are acceptable. But for example, if your course is huge, you have a lot of resources and a lot of activities, and maybe 50 or 40 sections, maybe to show all sections on one page could clutter the page and even maybe slow down the loading of the course a bit. So in this case, to show one section per page might be really a good choice. You can, for example, configure the appearance of the course. If you have a site that is multilingual, for example, you can configure the language for that course to be forced, for example. I never actually do this, and I do not recommend it if it's really not, if it's absolutely not a must. Because most of the students will configure their own language that they prefer, and the course will be shown in the language that the students configure for themselves. I mean, in the profile preferences, and but the Moodle content will be shown in the language it was prepared. This is one interesting setting, number of announcements. So when you create a new Moodle course, by default, there is an forum activity, which is called announcements forum, which will be created when the course is created or added in Moodle. This announcement forum can be used by teachers or facilitators or admin to announce new events or deadlines, important information for the students, so submissions dates or things like that. So usually it's a good thing to have an announcement forum, and with this setting you can control how many announcements will be visible in this announcement forum. If you want the announcement forum to not be created with the course, then you need to select the number of announcements to be 0. In this case, the announcement forum will not be added to the course. I usually use 3 because that's the pretty decent number without being crowded. If you are using a gradebook in your course, it's a good thing to show the gradebook to students, but if you are not grading your students, you can set this to no. And to show activity reports, you can select yes or no, and to show activity dates also you can control that with yes and no. For example, if you have assignments that the students need to upload, like something like homework or essays, you can control the maximum upload size for the files that the students can upload. If you have a system or a site that is let's say that has modest resources, then you might limit the size of the document or the files that the students are allowed to upload. But if you have a huge powerful server, then the size of the files is not really important and it should not impede the site performance. In this section you can create the manage the completion tracking, and if you want the completion to be tracked for the activities, I will configure this as yes for both. If you don't want that, you can disable it. If you have groups in your courses, you can also manage the groupings here. And that's basically it regarding your course. Now we can click on Save and Display. And we have created our first course. And as you can see, the announcement form is created and added within the introduction or general summary section within the Moodle course. So this is it. You need to review the course to ensure that it meets the intended objectives, and the name and description and settings are accurate. And that's it regarding the topic how to add a new course within the Moodle LMS. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.